Hello my dear children, welcome back to our biology class. From today onwards we are starting our third term portion. Today's class is the continuation of lesson 4 human body. First topic of that chapter, that is excretory system, we have already discussed in our second term. Today mainly here I am taking nervous system. Nervous tissue you already know, that you have already studied in the lesson 1 tissue. What is nervous tissue? Number of nerve cells together to form nervous tissue. This nervous tissue mainly specialized to transmit messages within the body. Today mainly I am explaining about nervous system. We know in our surroundings all living organism responds to stimuli. The response is one of the important characteristics of a living organism. We know all living organisms responds to stimuli. For example, look this picture. If it is a hot pan, when I touch on this pan, what will happen? Imagine it is a hot pan. When I touch on this pan, what will happen? I will pull back my hand. Okay, so I am responding to that stimuli. Okay, so that is stimuli and my hand is taken back. That is response. So all living organisms responds to stimuli. That is one of the specialized characteristics of a living organism. So what is stimulus? The changes in the environment to which an organism responds. That is stimuli, and singular form is stimulus. Okay, this stimulus may be heat, cold, etc. Okay, both plants and animal responds to stimuli, but the method of response is different in plants and animals. Okay. In the case of multicellular organisms including human beings, a specialized cell is therefore the control and coordination of our stimulus and response. That is nerve cell or neuron. I told nerve cell or neuron you have already studied under nervous tissue. So, can you tell the structural and functional unit of nervous system? That is nerve cell or neuron. Then other question I will ask now. What is the structural and functional unit of excretory system? The structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron or nerve cell, whereas the structural and functional unit of excretory system is nephron. Clear? Okay. We know all living organisms doing many activities in our daily life. All these activities are controlled and coordinated by mainly nervous system. Then I told one term, that is coordination. For coordination, I will tell one example. When you feel hungry, you will eat food. The act of eating food involves number of activities. Your eyes look at the food, where the food placed. Okay, then the brain will get information, then action will start. Your hand will move to take food. After getting messages into the brain, the arms will get the message to take the food, and you will take first that plate, then will take food. Okay, then will eat through mouth. Okay, then this food will move through esophagus, then to stomach and other digestive part. Okay, in this digestive part, digestion will take. After digestion, you will get energy. Okay, so that the process of eating food involves number of actions. All these actions coordinate to perform that eating food. Okay, so in our body for doing activities, number of process involved or number of coordination involved. So these all activities are coordinated and controlled by nervous system. The structural and functional unit of nervous system, that is nerve cell or neuron. Okay, these nerve cells spread throughout the body, that is nervous system. Is it clear? Nerve cells or neurons spread throughout the body to form a nervous system, mainly for the coordination and control of all activities in our body. So, can you tell functions of this nervous system? First function of nervous system is to control voluntary actions in our body. That means running, jumping, etc. Voluntary actions means the actions are controlled ourselves. Okay, then it also regulates involuntary muscle action, that means breathing. Okay, so it will control voluntary actions and also regulate involuntary muscle actions. Okay, then it senses our surrounding and keep us with them. Okay, it helps to senses our surroundings and keeps us tuned with them. Okay, then it also serves as a storage center of our memory. It serves as a storage center of our memory. Is it clear? Once again, it will control voluntary actions and also regulate involuntary muscle actions. Okay, then it senses our surroundings and keep us tuned with them. Okay, then it serves as storage center of our memory. Functions of nervous system, is it clear? Okay, this functions is not there in your textbook, that I will give note. Okay, this nervous system controls all the organ system. Okay, mainly this nervous system composed of three segments. First one is sensory input, then central nervous system and motor output, like a computer system. It consists of sensory input. Okay, it will detect the state of environment. It will detect the state of environment. Detect the state of environment means if you are touching our skin or eyes, that will give visual image like that. Okay, so sensory input detects state of environment, that means external stimuli. Okay, then central nervous system, motor output segments. It will helps to respond against external stimuli. Okay, nervous system controls all the organ system and it helps the body to respond against external stimuli. Okay, central nervous system, it consists of brain and spinal cord processing unit. Okay, then after that motor output, it will transmit signals. It will transmit signals. Okay, mainly it composed of three segments: sensory input, central nervous system, then motor output. Okay, sensory input detects state of environment, then central nervous system, that consists of brain and spinal cord processing unit, then motor output segments that transmit signals. Then I told the structural and functional unit of nervous system, that is nerve cell or neuron. Okay, so next we want to study structure of a neuron or nerve cell. That is simple to you. You have already studied. Once again I will take structure of nerve cell or neuron. Structural and functional unit of nervous system, that is neuron or nerve cell. It mainly detect, receive and transmit different kinds of stimuli. It mainly detect, then receive, then transmit different kinds of stimuli. It plays an important role in signal transduction. For this function, it have a specialized structure. Okay, it mainly consists of three parts, that is dendrites, cell body, then axon. Here you can see structure mainly consists of cell body, otherwise called cytone, then dendrons, then axon. Okay, cell body, it consists of a nucleus and some branches. Fine branches will develop from the cell body, that is dendrites. It is short branch like structure from the cell body. Okay, this dendrites mainly to receive impulses from other neurons or from other sensory organs. These dendrites are highly branched structures to increase the surface area to receive stimulus. Okay. Once again, these dendrites are short branched like structure arising from the cell body or cytone, and mainly it will receive stimulus from the other neurons or other sensory organs, and also this branches helps to increase surface area to receive stimulus. Okay. Then next important structure that I already told, a cell body, that is cytone. Cell body is the site of all metabolic reactions, and all process of this coordination occurs in this cell body. Like a system, it also consists of one input unit, then processing unit, then output unit. Here this cell body is the processing unit. Okay, then axon. A particular neuron or nerve cell consists of only one axon, and it conducts impulses away from the cell body. It will conduct impulse away from the cell body, and at the end of this axon you can see many fine branches, that is axon terminals. Okay, and it will produce some chemical signals to transmit from one neuron to the dendrites of another neuron. Okay, first the dendrites will receive stimulus from one neuron or other sensory organs. Okay, then the processing of the stimulus takes place inside the cell body. After the processing, this impulse will move through axon, then to axon terminals, then it will produce some chemical signals and it will move from the axon terminals to dendrites of other neuron or nerve cell. Okay, so transmission of impulses or transduction of impulses from one neuron to another neuron will take place. I think this part is clear to all students. Okay, like in this way, number of neurons are present in a body. They are arranged one by one to form a network or chain like structure. Through this structure, impulses and stimulus will travel to coordinate and control all the activities of human being. Clear? Then the structural and functional unit of nervous system, that is neuron or nerve cell, mainly three types based on the role in propagation of nerve impulses. Okay, this neuron or nerve cells mainly three types based on the role in propagation of nerve impulses. Mainly three types of neuron, that is sensory neuron, motor neuron and relay neuron. Mainly three types, that is sensory neuron, motor neuron and relay neuron. What is sensory neuron? Sensory neuron transmit impulses from sense organs to central nervous system. That means brain and spinal cord. Okay. So, this sensory neuron transmit impulses from sense organ to the central nervous system, and it also responsible for converting stimulus from axon to dendrites. It is responsible for converting stimuli from axon to dendrites. Okay. Then next about motor neuron. Okay. This motor neuron transmit impulse from central nervous system to effector organ. Okay. where that response is needed. To there, this motor neuron will transmit impulses. This motor neuron will transmit impulses from the nervous system to effector organs. Then third one is relay neuron. Third one is relay neuron. It is known as intermediate neuron. Neither this sensory neuron or motor neuron. Okay, it will create a link between the sensory and motor neuron, and it is located in the central nervous system. Three types of neuron or nerve cell, that is sensory neuron, motor neuron, then relay neuron. Is it clear? Okay. Stimulus of nervous system mainly provided by receptors that can detect light, cold, pain, etc. Okay. So, mainly 5 types of receptors: mechanoreceptors, thermoreceptors, nociceptors, electromagnetic receptors and chemoreceptors. These mechanoreceptors receive mechanical stimuli, that is compression and stretching of muscles, like that a mechanical stimuli will receive. Then thermoreceptors mainly receive changes in temperature. Then nociceptors mainly detect damage of tissue. This receptors otherwise known as pain receptors. Electromagnetic receptors mainly receive light on the retina of eye. Then chemoreceptors, it will receive taste in mouth, then smell in nose, etc. Okay. Mainly 5 types of receptors are there: mechanoreceptors, thermoreceptors, nociceptors or pain receptors, then electromagnetic receptors, then chemoreceptors. Okay. In addition to eye, skin, nose, brain, spinal cord, neuron or nerve cell, one of the other important component of nerve system, that is nerve. Okay, nerve is kinds of wires and it spread throughout the body. The main parts of nervous system are brain, spinal cord, etc. that is connected to all body parts mainly through this nerves. So, nerves are kinds of wires spread throughout the body, and the main parts of nervous system, that is brain, spinal cord, all these parts connected to other body parts mainly through this nerves. Okay, millions of nerves together to form a network, and through which the connection of brain, spinal cord to all other body parts takes place. There are mainly 2 types of nerves, that is cranial nerve and spinal nerve. This cranial nerve connects all parts of the body to the brain. Okay, this cranial nerve helps to connect all parts of the body to brain, and it consists of mainly 12 pairs of nerve. Then spinal nerve, it connects all parts of the body to spinal cord. It connects all parts of the body to spinal cord. Is it clear? Mainly 2 types of nerve, that is cranial nerve and spinal nerves. Cranial nerve helps to connect all parts of the body to brain. The spinal nerve connect all parts of the body to spinal cord. Is it clear? I told sensory neuron, motor neuron, then relay neuron. Okay. First, sense organs receive stimulus through sensory neuron, then send messages to brain in the form of electric impulse. Okay, sense organs receive stimulus and it will send message to brain through neuron or nerve cell in the form of electric impulse. Then after that, this brain and spinal cord prepare instructions. That prepared instruction we can call response. That prepared instructions we can call response. Then the brain and spinal cord will prepare instructions. That prepared instruction we can call response, and this response sent back to the target organ by motor neuron. Then this target organ will perform the responses. This target organ will perform the responses. Once again, the sense organ receives stimulus through sensory neuron, then it will send messages to brain in the form of electric impulse. Okay, then the brain and spinal cord prepare instruction that we can call responses, and it will send back to the target organ by motor neuron. Then the target organ will perform the responses. Okay, all these responses will move in the form of electric impulse, that is by the action of axon terminals. Okay, is it clear? Okay, this much enough for our today's class. In our today's class, mainly we have discussed about nervous system. Okay, what is nervous system? Then structural and functional unit of nervous system, that is neuron or nerve cell. Okay, then sensory receptors, mainly 5 types of sensory receptors we have discussed. Then organization of nervous system. Then neuron, types of neuron, nerves, types of nerves. Hope it was clear to all students. After my class, read your textbook thoroughly and study well. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Study well. Have a nice day. Thank you.